Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night, and we are back at it again with another video. And today we're going to be talking about this new evidence that's not new, but this new evidence that supposedly constitutes this new trial from the driver. Now, if you guys have been following me, we've already gone over this alleged new information. I've already talked about this in a live 7 months ago, but here we are again where the blogs are presenting something extremely old as if it is new evidence. So we're going to get on into it because guess what? We go talk about what's trending, period. I'm going to give my opinion, and of course, you know, there's going to be some people that are in a tizzy, and it is what it is. I like to tussle too, okay? But don't do too much. Don't do too much. Okay, but yeah, so back at it again. We're about to talk about this, and we're going to go on over some of the evidence that was definitely presented in trial, that anytime there is a new clickbaity headline from blogs, everybody tends to forget about it. So we're going to go on through a lot of different things, and it is what it is, what it ain't, what it ain't. So this is what the Shade Room posted. It says, Tory Lanez claims statement from his driver constitutes new evidence in the shooting of Meg Thee Stallion, and the blogs and the people are going wild. Okay, now in this statement that the driver has stated, he basically states that there was a struggle with the gun, that, you know, Kelsey had it, and then they were fighting over it, and then, oh my God, in the midst of this struggle, somehow there was a shot that went off, and then he wasn't able to see who shot. And everybody online is like, oh my God, I knew it had to be Kelsey all along. And it's like, y'all know that there's evidence that was presented in court, right? Y'all know that there was exhibits presented in court, and y'all know that. Anyways, y'all don't know, so I'm going to tell you. So if y'all don't know, and some of y'all may not know, some of you guys are new here, I attended the trial. I was in the courtroom. I was one of the people who went viral for releasing the jail phone call and releasing Meg Thee Stallion's ambulance footage and all that. My coverage was also in a Hulu documentary, and I was at the heels of like the on the ground coverage, being new media in the courtroom, trying to figure out what's really going on. I am in California, so I decided to go down to the courthouse and see this trial for myself. Once I found out that you could sign up as media, I went and I signed up as media, and I went down to the courthouse so that I can be a part of this, not a part of the trial, but a part of the audience to observe what really is going on. Now, a lot of times when you read transcripts or you hear information, there are so many other factors that go into like a witness testimony, right? So like, say for instance, when there's a person testifying, there's more than just the words that come out of their mouth. There are, you know, facial expressions, there's tone, there's the way that they influctuate their, you know, the influx in their voice when they say certain words. You know, you can hear the voice cracking. You can hear like when they're starting to get choked up, and you can hear like there's just so many other nuances that you get to see when you watch something in live, in, you know, in person, in color, versus just simply reading the black and white transcripts. You don't get all of that information, the feel and all of that from reading a piece of paper. So I went down to the courthouse and I observed this trial. This was one of my first trials that I was able to observe. And when I went into the courthouse, I went in as a neutral party. I still am a huge Tory Lanez fan of his music, okay? And a lot of people, they get it misunderstood, and they think that if you're a fan of somebody's music, you have to go against logic, or you have to act like the person is innocent, or you have to, no. I could be a fan of you. I could like you. You could even be somebody that's my family member, and you could tell me a story. And if I see the facts presented, I'm not going to just say, yeah, you know, and just go along with it if there's evidence or there's something to prove the contrary. Okay? So I went into court, and when I first went into court, there was a lot of lies that were out there. You know, Megan Thee Stallion, she first basically stated that she had stepped on glass. Then it was that she had got shot with a bullet. And then there was a lot of talking in code and talking in circles and all of that stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? I want to see what's the real deal, Holyfield. You know, I didn't go into it. I wasn't really a fan of Meg. I wasn't really a fan of her personality. Me and her are both Aquarius, but I wasn't really a fan of her personality at all. Once I got to court and the evidence was presented to me, there was no doubt in my mind that Tory Lanez shot her, and that's how I still feel here today. Love his music, talented brother. He does a phenomenal job at making music. However, there's no doubt in my mind that he shot her. If you feel like she did it, you can feel how you feel. I was there. I listened to the evidence. I watched the people testify. I looked and I seen his reaction. I seen his family reaction. I was also there at sentencing. I seen that they had behavioral health people come up. There was a lady from a facility at sentencing, and her argument at sentencing was basically stating that the reason why he did this was because he was an alcoholic, he had substance abuse, and that was their argument. So it's like when I see these updates and these clickbaity things, it's so many other nuances that went on into it. Now, his team tried to retract and act like that, you know, things that was presented wasn't really presented. But it's like, if he was innocent, he didn't shoot the gun, why is there a behavioral lady with this facility saying that the cause of this incident was because of substance abuse and things like that? That don't make no sense. Why, if he didn't do it, did he say from his account that Kelsey didn't do it? Why, if he didn't do it, you know what I mean? When Quan showed up, they didn't allow him to testify. I was there. I was there when Quan showed up to court. So we have been going, we were in court, and I'm going to get to the documents, and I'm going to share all of the new information that actually is not new, but all of the new information I'm going to share with you guys in a minute. But so I was literally there when Quan showed up to court. You can hear like oh my God, he here, you know, all of us were in shock and awe, because up until there was court, up until I would think it was like the last day of court or something like that, before they were about to hand over the thing for them to do closing arguments. He walks in and he shows up to testify. Once they call him in to basically see what he's going to say, the prosecution was like, we will put you on a stand. However, I think he came in, it was like a Thursday, or it was like the end of the week when he came in, when he showed up, right? And Christmas was gonna be like the next like couple of days or something like that. Like Christmas was coming up. He had showed up, and so they were like, listen, we're gonna put him on a stand, but since he's so connected with Tory, there's all these allegations of payoffs and all of that, they wanted to prepare to cross-examine him, and they told Tory's team, we'll put him on, but we're putting him on after the weekend. Tory's team felt like they had it in a bag. They felt like they had a slam dunk. He had already prepared his outfit, his victory outfit that he was gonna wear, and he did not go on a stand. They declined to put him on a stand. They had a choice to put him on the stand. They had the ability to put him on a stand, and he did not go up on the stand to testify at all, because they felt like they didn't want to wait until after the weekend to put him on a stand for them to prepare. It is what it is. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys some of my coverage, and then we're going to get into this new evidence. So I already talked about this, like I said, 7 months ago. Okay, so let me pull up my YouTube video here. Child, look at, child, your girl done lost some weight, child. But anyways, this video was posted 7 months ago. So if you see right here, it says 7 months. Let me move myself off. So as you see here in my title, it says, Tory's driver says Kelsey had the pew-pew plus Meg Thee Stallion claps back. And as you can see, I posted this video 7 months ago because I've been keeping up with the trial and I've been talking about all of the goings-ons that have been going on. Now, in this video, I talked about what he stated in this document and went over some of the stuff he stated, and I also in this video show some of the exhibits. Now, if you guys don't know, when you go to court and you witness a trial or it just want public information, you have to go to court. You have to take your own scanner and copy machine up to the court to get the exhibits. So that's what I did. I went to court. I had to scan each document that was presented in court one by one, and I had to use like this floppy disk that you plug in to get all of the audio, video stuff onto my computer, and I obtained all the exhibits. Now, before I started this live, I'm like, damn, where's my file where I watermarked all this stuff? But I don't even care to go back and watermark it. Some of this stuff is already out anyways. So it is what it is. But one thing that I'm going to post up that was a big factor in the case was, and something that the jurors did consider, was this post that was posted on the Shade Room. So there was a post on the Shade Room, and it says, this goofy A N-word say he ain't shoot her. And they literally have matched the bullets from his pew-pew to the ones in her foot. Now, this was posted, and in the comments, somebody had made a comment and they said, people saying Kelsey shot her, and Tory Lanez's verified account responded and said, that's not true. Okay? He said, that's not true. Another thing that was presented in court and considered was the text message that he sent to Meg right after the shooting once he got released from jail. So once he got released from jail, he text messaged her and apologized for it. And there was also a text message from Kelsey that was also considered as well, because right after the shooting happened, within minutes of the shooting happened, Kelsey texted the bodyguard and said, Tory just shot Meg, or Tory shot Meg, or something like that. So there was him saying that Kelsey didn't shoot her. Then there was the text message from Kelsey within minutes of the shooting happening, where she was texting someone, and she was like, oh my God, like in a frenzy, saying that Tory just shot Meg. There was also the jail phone call of him. There was the text message that Tory Lanez sent out to Megan after the shooting. All of these things did not coincide with somebody that was innocent of this, and that it was Kelsey. Now, another thing that people keep not factoring in is the fact that, number one, there was gunshot residue on both Tory and Kelsey, okay? There was, and that's the thing that people use as their smoking gun. They're like, there was GSR on Tory's hand, there was GSR on Kelsey, and so boom, that's the smoking gun that proves that Kelsey did it. But it's like, if you're using that as the smoking gun that Kelsey did it, how can you exclude Tory Lanez and say that he didn't do it or whatever? Now, another thing that was considered in court was the actual gunshots, okay? There was the actual gunshots, and if you listen to the gunshots that was caught on a Ring camera, they were not consistent with somebody that was struggling over a gun and the gun just so happened to go off. There was also an expert that came to court and testified and stated that this was not one of those guns where it was a hair trigger gun. So they said that you had to apply, what was it? A certain amount of force for the gun to go off. This was not something that, you know, you fighting over a gun or whatever and then it accidentally went off. There was literally an expert that testified to that in court. And when you couple all of that information together and you listen to the gunshot audio of 5 shots going off and the gunshots are going pew, 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 pew. You listen to that in addition to the witness statements, addition to the experts, and then you factor in the body cam footage, you factor in all of the things. It is not logical conclusion to state that it was anybody else other than Tory. However, these clickbaity headlines, people's bias against Meg because they don't like her. And I was a person who, I wasn't a fan of her. I didn't really like how she moved, but I'm not about to act like I didn't see evidence that showed that he actually did this. Like, I'm not going to act like because I like his music that the writings are not on the wall, like clear as day. Like, I like your music, bruh, but you did that shit, period. That's how I feel. I stand on that. Now, when I went to court, I was, you said there was a pause. There was not a pause that was long enough for a person to be fighting over a gun. There was a slight pause. So when you hear bloggers say, oh, there was a pause, there was not a pause long enough for there to be the struggle. It was a very slight pause. It was like boom, 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 boom. Like it was not no pause to where there was this big gap in time that constitute a struggle over a gun at all. So I'm going to show you guys some of the evidence that was presented in court. I don't feel like going through and watermarking all of this stuff. It is what it is. But I'm going to show you some of the exhibits. This is the gunshot audio. All right. So that is the gunshot audio that was presented in court. It was caught on somebody's Ring camera. I'll play it one more time. All right, so that was the gunshot audio. Now, let's see. Then they also had x-rays of Meg's feet. So this was one of the x-rays that was presented in court that showed her feet. So this was her left foot right here. And then there was another x-ray of her right foot. So this was the x-ray that was presented in court of her right foot. Okay, so that was her left, her right. This was another x-ray that was presented in court. And the white part right there is the gun fragment. And so it was showing that there was, in fact, bullet fragments that went into her foot. They also presented her medical records from Cedars-Sinai in court because there's still this whole she wasn't shot narrative that people are going with as well. So this was also one of the exhibits that was presented in court. And so on this exhibit right here, it says that the diagnosis was a gunshot wound, bilateral lower extremities. And then it shows the right lower extremity irrigation and whatever. It shows that there was foreign body that were said to be bullet fragments found in her foot, because there was also people who went with the narrative that, oh, there were foreign bodies found in her foot and that it was glass. In her actual medical records, it specified and it showed that there was bullet fragments as the foreign bodies, okay? And there was this right here that shows her, her name, the date, and all of that. So then on top of that, where is Kelsey's text? Okay, so this text was also presented in court as well. So this is a text that she sent within minutes of the shooting that they got from Kelsey's phone. And it was literally within minutes of the shooting that it said, "Help, Tory shot Meg, 911." And there was calls to her calling out, as well as body cam footage of her and Meg together after the shooting, where Kelsey was like comforting Meg. It was said that she was comforting her, and that when this happened, believe Meg's foot was like resting on Kelsey, and she was like, comforting her and being like sorry. And they played how Kelsey was like, "Meg, are you okay?" And they talked about, the atmosphere after everything went down. They also showed there was wounds to Kelsey, where she in her interview claimed that she had the paws put on her from Tory. There's also a narrative that Kelsey never denied being the shooter, which is also false, because she also had posted on her social media where she had posted this, and it says, "I want to clear up the rumors that I shot Megan. I wasn't the one with the gun and would never do something like that. However, I was present." So she definitely posted to her social media and stated that she was not the shooter. That was also an exhibit that was presented in court. What else was an exhibit? Hold on. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, so then there was this message from Tory to Meg. So this is a text message that Tory Lanez sent her after he was released. And this was a big one in the case as well, because none of it pointed to innocence of him at all in comparison with the, the jail call. Now, his stands and fans will make it be a whole nother narrative, and they'll flip it to fit, "Oh, he's apologizing because he slept with two friends." Ain't nobody goddamn that apologetic over fucking two friends if they just went to jail and they pointed at being the one who did it, and they are the ones being pinned for the crime. You ain't nobody that apologetic to about sleeping with no two friends. Please save the drama for your mama. That's not it, period. So this message is one that he sent to her, and it says, "Meg, I know you probably never gonna talk to me again, but I genuinely want to know. I want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, and I was just too drunk. Nonetheless, shit should have never happened, and I can't change what did. I just feel horrible because I genuinely just got too drunk." Okay, so this message right here, none of it says, "Oh, I'm sorry that I fucked both of y'all." It don't say, "Oh, I'm sorry I spilled the beans." It literally is pointing to the fact that, and it corroborates with all of the other evidence that points to him as being the culprit and the one who did it. Number one, you have the jail call. Number two, you have this text message. Then you have a text message from Kelsey saying that Tory shot her within minutes of the shooting. Then you have the body cam footage. Then you have all of this evidence of Kelsey's testimony that she did, or her statement that she did prior to court. Now, all of you guys know that once Kelsey came to court, she suddenly got amnesia. Okay, she suddenly act like she don't know what happened. She done forgot. Oh my God, I don't remember what happened. Even though 2 months prior, she gave a detailed line by line account of what happened. She wanted to make sure that the prosecution had all of the facts straight. She did a very, very concise interview. Now, I was literally at court when we got the notification that the jury wanted to go over her testimony that she did before court. And it was said that they believed her out of court statement versus the statement that she came with in court, because there was so many allegations that she was paid off that the one that she did 2 months before court sounded believable. It was very consistent. She didn't sound like she was lying. She sounded like what happened, and it lined up with all of the other evidence. She said that Tory beat on her. She said that, you know, he was aggressive. She said how he said that, you know, he from Canada. And then she was basically talking about like what that's supposed to mean. Like, you being from Canada, like what that's supposed to mean. You know what I mean? She was like very clear and concise with those things. And those are things that they basically went off of when they deliberated as well. Now, when Quan finally came forward and he gave his statement, let me pull up. This is pictures of them at the police station that I had released as well. So this is Kelsey at the police station. And then there was a picture of Quan at the police station also. And then there was a picture of Tory at the police station also. And there was photos of the pew pew as well. Now, I'm not going to put the pew pew on the screen, but I do have a picture of it. If you guys want to have a picture of what the actual pew pew looked like that was recovered from the scene, I can definitely send that to y'all if y'all DM me, because there's a lie about that as well. There is a lie saying that it was a pink gun. Then there is a lie saying that it was army fatigue or that it was green. All of that is totally false. The pew pew is not, from my eyes, I don't know, if unless I'm colorblind, I'm looking at a magazine that looks very dark gray to black at the bottom, and the part that retracts at the top is a silver chrome color. Now, let me blow this up, because unless my eyes, the color don't, I mean, it doesn't look green to me, but let me see. Maybe I'm colorblind. I don't know. I don't see green. Anyway, so let's get to Quan's statement that he gave. And again, he gave this statement 7 months ago, and I talked about it in a previous video. So if I'm stuttering in this video, then I'll just pull up the real one. I don't even remember, because I didn't even play it all the way. Enough. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right. Somebody said, "Is you reading the odds for me?" All right. So, some of y'all said it's pics of it being olive green. I don't know. It don't look green to me. If it is, then child, my eyes is bad. It don't look olive green to me. But if it is, hey, it's olive green then. But it's definitely. Let me zoom in so I could just, let me take a screenshot of this part of it. Hold on. If this is olive green, then hey, it is what it is. I really don't know. But I don't want to put a full pew on the screen for YouTube purposes. What? Wait, what happened? Hold on. So let me pull it up. I mean, I'll show y'all a piece of it, but I don't want to put the whole pew up there. But this is literally what I have that I scanned from evidence. Now, if my computer, you know, the coloring is off, I don't know, but I don't see that color. Hold on. If that's olive green, then it's green. Child, stand corrected. It don't look like that to me. Maybe my eyes is off, but that's the color of it, and that's what my computer scanned in. So anyway, moving on. Let me read the transcripts. You said only men are colorblind? Child, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it don't look green to me. I don't know. All I'm going off of is the pictures that I literally scanned straight from evidence. So I don't know. But anyway, neither here nor there. It wasn't pink. Like there was reports that it was pink, then there was reports that it was army, then there was reports, it was all kind of different reports. Matter of fact, let me just pull up the document instead of reading it from that old live. Hold on 1 second. The color don't negate all the other shit. That's all I'm saying. The color. Okay, so what I mean by also bringing up the color is people were trying to state the color determined that it wasn't his. So they were trying to go with the narrative that, oh, it was a color of a female, you know what I mean? Like a female's weapon or whatever. Like that's what people who were like running with the narrative of the color, and that's why I brought up the color, because the color didn't look like a color that was a feminine color, and it didn't look like something that was not in possession or said to be his. But there was a lot of blogs who were running with this, saying that the color was something that a woman would own, which from my eyes, whether that be olive green or not, that don't look like something that determines that this was something that was owned by a woman. It looked like a nigga gun to me. So that's all I'm saying. So anyways, let's go here to what's the new, quote unquote, new information states. I don't know where the document is that I had with my watermark on it, because I had it myself, but this is from Megan Cunit. This is the same document, so let's read over it. You said get to the documents, boy. Don't rush me, because the document was reported 7 months ago, sweetie. Okay? Kev 30-something. So, if you didn't read the document 7 months ago, you should have been got to the document, baby. You should have been got to the document, because the document is 7 months old, baby. But we get into it. So anyway, we get to the document. The document ain't new. Document old. They reporting it like it just was filed. Document was submitted 7 months ago. Get to the document, boy. Kiss my ass. Anyway, let me pull it up. So this is what everybody is going in a tizzy about. This was submitted to his appellate court December of last year. So this is what everybody is ranting and raving about, that they are stating exonerates Tory Lanez. And it says, I, Jaquan Smith, depose and state as follows. My name is Jaquan Smith. My address is blank blank. I am over the age of 18 and fully competent to testify. I have firsthand knowledge of the facts in question that took place on July 12, 2020. That is the basis of the cited proceedings. So this was page 1. Let's go to page 2. Okay, so page 2 states, It says, I was the driver and bodyguard of Mr. Daystar Peterson, who is better known as Tory Lanez, in the July of 2020. Mr. Peterson has been known to me for 7 years at the time of the incident. I had worked for Mr. Peterson for 3 years. He has not only been my employer, but I also consider him to be a close personal friend. On July 12, 2020, I was asked to drive Mr. Peterson to the home of Kylie Jenner, where Miss Megan Pete and Kelsey Harris were present. Mr. Peterson was at Miss Jenner's home for approximately 2 hours when I received a call to come pick up Miss Pete and Miss Harris. Miss Pete, Miss Harris, and myself left Miss Jenner's home, but I was asked by Miss Pete to return because she stated that she had forgotten a shoe. When we arrived at Miss Jenner's home at the time, Miss Harris stayed in the car while Miss Pete exited. Miss Pete did not enter the home at this time as she went around the back to the pool area where Mr. Peterson was located. Both Miss Pete and Mr. Peterson returned to the car after a few minutes. Miss Pete was bickering, but I am unsure of the exact words she was saying. She seemed upset. The four of us left Miss Jenner's residence. As I began to drive, Miss Pete started to fight with Mr. Peterson. They were going back and forth. I remember Mr. Peterson saying to Miss Pete that he was going to tell Miss Harris what was going on. I do not remember what street we were on, but Miss Pete asked me to stop the vehicle. I did as she asked, and Miss Pete went to sit on a nearby bus stop. Mr. Peterson went and spoke with Miss Pete. After 2 minutes, they returned to the car, and I began driving again. Miss Pete started the argument again, and Miss Harris asked what was going on. Mr. Peterson told her that he and Miss Pete had been dating and intimate. Miss Harris was upset by this as she and Mr. Peterson had been dating in the same manner. Prior to any relationship with Miss Pete and Miss Harris began fighting. Okay, so then there was the third page that said the following. Okay, so let's make that a little bit bigger. Thank you, Naya, for the compliment. Let's see. So on here, it says, I pulled over to stop them. Miss Pete and Miss Harris both got out the vehicle and continued to fight, both verbally and physically. I broke up this fight and was pulling Miss Pete towards the back of the car. I saw Miss Harris with the pew-pew in her hand. Mr. Peterson ran from behind Miss Pete and myself towards Miss Harris. Mr. Peterson and Miss Harris began struggling as Mr. Peterson tried to unarm Miss Harris. I was still pulling Miss Pete and did not see who shot the weapon. I was lucky I was not harmed, and in my opinion, Miss Pete was also fortunate the whole incident happened so quickly. Within just a couple of minutes, I wanted to present this evidence during Mr. Peterson's trial, but was prevented from doing so as district attorney was not ready to cross-examine me. And later, they did not call me due to the holidays and court schedule. I believe I should have been allowed to present this evidence at trial. Now, I'm going to replay the audio of the shots that were fired, and you tell me if what he's saying sounds true. He's saying that he wasn't able to, after he's trying to break everything up, he then says that, okay, I'm trying to break it up. They're struggling over the weapon. As they're struggling over the weapon, I'm trying to get Megan and grab her and break this up. Then there was a shot that went off. After the shot went off, I was not able to look and see who did it. Now again, this was not no accidental fire. This was 5 shots that went off. Okay? This was 5 shots that went off, and he's conveniently stating that he did not see who the perp was, but he's stating that he saw there was a struggle. So he's saying, I seen him, she had it, then he was tussling, then I was grabbing Meg, Then once I grabbed Meg, the shot went off. And then when the shot went off, I wasn't able to see who did it. Now, you tell me if that's the scenario and that's what really happened. Once one shot goes off, you mean to tell me that you're not going to look back to see what happened? Once 2 shots go off, you not going to look back to see what happened? Once 3 shots go off, you mean to tell me 5 shots rang out and you didn't see who the actual person in charge of the pew-pew was? But y'all want me to believe that he had this slam dunk of evidence that showed that it was Kelsey. They didn't present this argument in court, and we literally have the audio of the 5 shots that went off. So I'm going to read it again because what he's stating in this would be an accidental fire. Now, if this was an accidental fire, then it would be like, oops, you know what I mean? Damn, somebody shot. I didn't see who shot. This was 5 shots that rang out. So let me read it again. Okay, let me read it again. And then I'm going to play the audio and you tell me if it matches up to what is said. He says, I saw Miss Harris with a pew-pew in her hand. Mr. Peterson ran from behind Miss Pete and myself towards Miss Harris. Mr. Peterson and Miss Harris began struggling as Mr. Peterson tried to unarm Miss Harris. I was still pulling Miss Pete so he is in the midst of pulling her away. So I was pulling Miss Pete. I did not see who shot the weapon. He says, let me bring it big. Let me bring it up big. Wait, where is it at? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Where is? Okay, here we go. Let me bring this. Let me make this big for y'all, and then I'm gonna play the audio. He says, it's the first line right there. I was still pulling Miss Pete and did not see who fired the weapon. I was lucky I was not harmed. And in my opinion, Miss Pete was also fortunate. This whole incident happened so quickly within just a couple of minutes. So now let's go back to the audio of the shots. One more time. All right, so then now let's go to what did I want to play next? Oh, the jail call. We'll listen to the jail call, and then I'll pull up some other stuff.
This is a free call from
Tory,
an inmate at LAPD jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
hello.
Hey.
Y'all got out, safe and everything.
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything, y'all good?
Megan's still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
All right, so I'm gonna pause right here. I'm gonna play the jail call, and all of that. But child, let me tell you something. it took time to go to court, and the free Tory people, they gonna be mad or whatever. It is what it is, what it is, what it ain't. I'm not gonna be fake to my audience. I'm not about to lie for y'all. I'm not about to ignore my intelligence. I'm not about to do any of that just because I like somebody's music. Again, I think that he is a phenomenal artist, but I'm not about to go against all of my damn common sense and go on this free Tory train like all of the stuff just don't add up to what it is. You know what I mean? So if y'all like my content, you support the channel, definitely show your girl some support. I have been off work for like a month because I had fibroid surgery and then I had to recover and all of this and all of that. So definitely send your girl $1, okay? You like my content. You appreciate the work that I put in. Even if I make you mad or you don't like what I say, if you hear and you are being entertained, send your girl $1, okay? $1 make me holler, okay? Period. But, yeah, so I just seen a comment go by. Oh, he was apologizing because he slept with 2 friends. Save it. Save it. You cannot make me believe that that is why he was apologizing in a million years. Like, I'm behind bars. I'm the one that's in jail for this. Neither one of these girls are my women. Both of them are literally like jump offs to him. He's not in a relationship with Kelsey. He's not in a relationship with Megan. He owes no loyalty to neither one of them. But he's going to go against the fact that he's literally in jail, but be so sympathetic because 2 people, he smashed 2 females that he didn't have no respect for. Mind you, the reason why Meg Thee Stallion was mad in the first place was because he played in her face and Kelsey face and got up in Kylie Jenner face and was schmoozing all up in her face, ready to clap Kylie. So you mean to tell me that a man that didn't have respect for Kelsey, slept with Meg, got in Kylie face, and was ready to jump Kylie Bones in front of their face, had no respect for them, he in jail because somebody else popped Meg in the foot, but he's so apologetic on this jail call because he smashed 2 women that ain't even his women, that he don't even got that much respect for. Child, bye. Again, say that drama for your mama. I'm not going against common damn sense because I like somebody's music. I'm just not doing it. But let's hear this jail call. This jail call that's allegedly him apologizing for sleeping with 2 friends after he's literally the one behind bars and the real shooter and perp is on the other line. She out. The real perp is out and at the hospital with Meg. Child.
A free call from
Anyway.
Tory?
an inmate at LAPD jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
Hello?
Hey.
Y'all got out, say some anything.
Huh?
Y'all got out. You know anything y'all good?
Megan's still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
What hospital y'all at?
About what?
You said what?
I said Megan's in the hospital still. I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know. Let me see. Cedar, something like that. Cedar.
Bro.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, that ass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, so, whatever,
Yeah.
bro. But, regardless, that's not gonna make anything right. And that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, Never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro. But in this day, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I think it was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
When I got to the house, shorty, like, all top niggas, they gave me like 5 shots, like, off the door, like, you feel me? So I was out of there, like, wasn't even there with niggas, like, you feel me? We was taking shots past that time. I wasn't even there with niggas, like, bro. I don't even remember what we was even arguing about, bro. Like, you feel me?
All right. So he confessed because he was sleeping with 2 friends. In this call, he literally just said, I don't even remember what we were arguing about. So how, if he don't even remember what they were arguing about, how is he apologizing for sleeping with 2 friends or revealing the fact that he slept with 2 friends? He literally is on the phone saying, oh, I know that, she probably never speak to me again. Why is he saying this to the shooter? Why would he be like, if she the shooter, he talking to her, she just committed the crime, he's in jail, he's confessing that he's apologizing because he just slept with 2 friends and he revealed that fact. But in the same breath, he states that he don't even remember what they were arguing about. He says, I don't even remember what we were arguing about. I was so drunk. I just got so drunk. I know she'll probably never talk to me again. A nigga was so drunk, blah, blah, blah. And then right when he got out of jail, he sent her a text message apologizing, saying the same thing, like, oh my God, I know you probably never talk to me again, blah, 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 all of this stuff like that. But yet you want me to believe that he's in jail for it. The shooter is free. She's scot-free. But he's so apologetic because he revealed the fact that he slept with 2 friends that he had no respect for in the first place. Get, child.
Bro, I never even moved like that, bro. Like, never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel like.
Somebody said, hold on, let me respond to this before I play some more. Rhyme of Reason says, but why would he ask Kelsey if everyone got out safe if he knew he shot the pew-pew? Because they all got arrested. So he's saying y'all got out safe because he got arrested. Quan got arrested. Kelsey got arrested. Quan was released. Kelsey was released. And so now he's wondering, okay, everybody got out safe because they all got behind bars behind this, including him, and he's still locked up. They got out.
I'm gonna make my actions right, bro, but I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro, but in this day, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I think it was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
When I got to the house, shorty, like, all top niggas, they gave me like 5 shots, like, off the door, like, you feel me? So I was out of there, like, wasn't even there with niggas, like, you feel me? We was taking shots past that time. I wasn't even there with niggas, like, bro. I don't even remember what we was even arguing about, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah, no, I was already fucked up by the time you got there, so I don't know how much.
it's like, but tell me what hospital she's in.
I just told you.
Somebody in the comments said he shot her with no residue on his hand, which is a false lie. He had residue on his hand and so did Kelsey. They both had GSR on their hand. What the blogs say that was inconclusive was the DNA. Okay, so basically, like, if you touch a gun or you touch something, you leave a piece of your DNA. Okay, so the DNA that was left on the gun, like to see, like, you know, if there's a fingerprint or, like, you know, your DNA that's left on the gun, that was inconclusive. However, he had GSR and Kelsey had GSR, and there was a gun expert that testified how when you shoot a weapon, how there's blowback and it gets on the other person. So y'all be making up facts that are not true. Okay, he had GSR on him. The DNA was what was inconclusive, and that could have been, you know, a fingerprint was smeared or whatever. Like there was no, they didn't get like a conclusive print that said this was Tory Lanez print. It was inconclusive, but he had GSR on him, and so did Kelsey. And from my understanding and from my recollection, I don't recall them stating where the GSR was collected from off of Kelsey. I would have to refer to my notes, but I don't recall them saying where the GSR was lifted, if it was from her hand or not. I would have to look, but let's continue. And why, like the person in the comments said, if Kelsey is the one who did it, why is Tory the only one apologizing?
Cedar Medical.
Alright, you ain't got Quan's number, right? You ain't got my security number.
Quan, I do have his number.
Can you call this nigga Quan and tell this nigga, bruh, you get a chance, bro, just figure out what you gotta do to bail me out this shit.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm sorry again, bro. Like,
I think honestly, I think we're gonna try to, because obviously, like, the longer you're in there, the more hot it's gonna get. Because you know it's already on. Like, there's no names released yet, but the report is already out. You know.
But like, out is what? What you mean out?
It's on some app. You know, Megan's team is on top of this. So,
yeah, but like niggas don't. There's no way that Megan's on like the thing.
What'd you say?
There's no way that Megan's like on the thing.
No. So far, none of that is there. But I mean,
yeah, I don't think it's gonna be one of those. If anything, the only nigga that's gonna get this backlash is me. It's not gonna be her. But
if he's talking to the shooter, why wouldn't he assume that the shooter is gonna get backlash? He said the only person that would get backlash from this is me. It's not gonna be her. But the shooter is on the other line, and she's the one who did it. So why isn't the shooter gonna get backlash if she's the one who did it? Interesting.
Niggas don't. There's no way that Megan's on like the thing.
What'd you say?
There's no way that Megan's like on the thing.
No. So far, none of that is there. But I mean,
yeah, I don't think it's gonna be one of those. If anything, the only nigga that's gonna get this backlash is me. It's not gonna be her. But no, I'll let you know. Alright, it is what it is. Regardless if I get out of here today or not, bro, I just want to let y'all know, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I never did that shit if I wasn't that drunk, bro. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I want to let y'all know, but he apologizing to the shooter, though. He apologizing to the shooter. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have did that if I wasn't that drunk, but she the one who did it. But he apologizing to the shooter. Child, please. Where do they pay y'all for the common sense that y'all be having, child? Like, y'all really be that much fans of people that y'all just really just ignore, like, logic? Like, y'all be that fanned out that y'all really, like, the brain just, you like them, so everything else just nope. Like, all logic just go out the window. That, like, okay, So then there was this message right here, which once he got released that same day at 8:59, he wrote Meg, and he said, Meg, I know you probably, again, he ain't the shooter, right? So again, Meg, I know you probably never gonna talk to me again, but I genuinely want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, and I was just too drunk. Nonetheless, it should have never happened, and I can't change what did. I just feel horrible because genuinely just got too drunk. Literally the same day that he was released, and he's so apologetic because, and she just got popped with a pew pew, but he's just so convinced that she wouldn't talk to him ever again. When all he did was reveal that he slept with 2 females. Child, where they get y'all logic from? Where do it come from? Where do it come from? Let's listen to Kelsey's interview.
Okay, it's September 14th, 2022. It's 11:30 in the morning. This is Deputy District Attorney Alexander Bott. I'm here with Deputy District Attorney Kathy Taw and DA Investigator Jody Little. We're here to interview witness Kelsey Harris in case BA 490599. Ms. Harris is accompanied by her spouse, Mr. Darren. And sir, could you go ahead and say your full name?
Darren Smith.
And
spell your name for me, please, Darren.
Darien, last name Smith.
And then we also have 2 individuals appearing by speakerphone. And could you folks just state your name for the recording?
Dominic Johnson. Don Worley with McDonald Worley.
Great, thank you so much.
I will ask them to spell their names, if not now, then later, because it wasn't quite clear to me for the second person. Okay, thank you.
All right.
So we're here to talk about the events that occurred back in July of 2020, July 12th, 2020. And can I call you Kelsey?
Yes.
Kelsey, why don't we just start with how did you come to know Meg and Pete?
We met in college. We attended Prairie View University together, and that's where we established our relationship.
So how long have you known her?
Pretty special. He caused the problem between the two of them. You can't be this slow. Girl, slow, child. Slow ain't the word for over here, baby. You got it in your name, special. And your logic is special. Okay? It's special.
At the time of the incident in July of 2020, how many years do you think?
I would say roughly around 6 to 7 years.
And how would you describe the nature of your relationship? Were you friends? Were you work associates?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly, just Jalissa. She says, right, if he was trying to break it up and stop it, he would have texted something along those lines. I'm sorry, I tried to stop it, yada, 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 but he didn't. Right. And she literally is having a wound to her foot, and he's apologizing for sleeping with them when he had no respect for neither one of them. Like, child. But you know what? When people are committed, even if you show facts negating the contrary, they are committed to Meg being the villain no matter how much evidence, how much logic, no matter what. They are committed to the narrative. They are committed that Meg is the villain, Tory is innocent. Like, Tory could literally come tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm the one who did it. There is literally people committed to the narrative that they will literally say, oh, he was paid off by Rock Nation, or Rock Nation made him say it. Like, they are literally committed to the narrative no matter what. No matter what. Even though you have him saying Kelsey didn't shoot, you have text message proof that Kelsey posted within minutes Tory shot. You have body cam footage. You have all of these things that literally show it's him, but they are committed so hard to the narrative that they gonna ride this out to their grave, okay? They go ride it out to their grave. They that committed. Their mind, the logic just don't click. You know what I mean? It's similar with other fan bases. Like the person that they are a stan of, they could literally be out here falling out with women day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. It's one celebrity. Every person that she aligned herself with, she got a big falling out. And the narrative is always, it's them and not her. Even though it's like, wait, you fought out with that person, that person, that person, that person, that person, this person, that person, that person, that person, that person, that person, and it's not you at all. It's only them. It's not you ever. And they committed to the narrative. Some of these stan bases are committed to the narrative no matter what. Big pharma or big record labels are against my fave. You know, my fave, hold on. Wait. My fave didn't do it. Blah, 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 blah. It's always given that. Okay. It's always given that. So let's play her thing.
Yes, we were friends, and of course, you know.
Let me skip through it to the part where she talks about what happened.
Expect anything to happen next, so we're just getting out the vehicle. I get out of my side, and no sooner do you know, you start hearing gunshots going off. I look up about it was 5 gunshots. I look up maybe at the second or third gunshot. That's when I look up. And you see Tory. He's now in the front seat. I guess he must have jumped over. It was very smooth transition because we didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. And he's leaning over. The door's open, and he's leaning over like the window.
Which door? Is it the rear
right,
door?
the front right. So where Megan was sitting.
Okay, so his door's open. In the driver's side.
My door's open in the back, and the front door is open to where Megan got out. The front right passenger.
Both doors on the passenger side
are open. Correct. So.
And is he shooting through the window or over the top of the door?
No, he's shooting over the top of the door. So.
Over the top of the door would be the rear passenger door?
The right front
passenger.
So, again, as I said, he must have jumped, or I don't know how he did it because it was very smooth.
Magic Mike, the only ignorant one is you. And you damn right you can't go in nothing with me politically because you damn don't got no damn common sense. Okay? I don't want to have no conversation or political speak with anybody or dialogue with anybody that ain't got no damn common sense. So you're damn right we can't talk politically, and you're damn right we can't engage in dialogue because the person who ain't got logic and common sense is you. 12 jurors found him guilty. The man is guilty. They came to the same conclusion that I came to, looking at the same damn evidence, period, poo. Now, let me bring it back a little bit because I start talking to Magic Mike's tail.
Expect any.
And let me stop responding to y'all. My mama said don't respond to y'all when y'all insult me. She says that it's not nice for me to insult y'all back after y'all insult me. But I'm trying not to insult people back when they insult me, but just the automatic you got me effed up in me, so I'm trying to refrain because my mom's like, it's not nice to insult people. Even though they insult you, just ignore them. And in my head, when people say stuff, like, I be thinking, you know what I mean? Like, what? I got to dial it back, so I'm sorry. I apologize for insulting you back after you insulted me.
Oh, my God. And
when you're getting out of a vehicle, you're not really just like looking at any direction. You're just kind of getting out the vehicle, you know? Especially, we didn't expect anything to happen next, so we're just getting out the vehicle. I get out of my side, and no sooner do you know, you start hearing gunshots going off. I look up about it was 5 gunshots. I look up maybe at the second and third gunshot. That's when I look up, and you see Tory. He's now in the front seat. I guess he must have jumped over. It was very smooth transition because we didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. And he's leaning over. The door is open, and he's leaning over like the window.
Which door? Is it the rear
right,
door?
the front right. So where Megan was sitting.
Okay, so his door's open.
Somebody in the comments said, but what if I'm wrong, Neek? If I'm wrong, then he'll be free. If I'm wrong, then he'll get his appeal. He'll get out of jail. And all of the evidence will be just that. I mean, if I'm wrong, he'd be out, right? So that, I mean, if I'm wrong, then that'll be good, right? He'd be out of jail. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong. But what if you're wrong? Okay, if I'm wrong, then he'll be free. I mean, it ain't gonna make me know to everybody. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change nothing over here. Like, if he get out of jail, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna wake up and continue my day. I'm gonna take my daughter to school. I'm gonna find out what's trending, and I'm gonna talk about it. Okay? When he get out of jail and I'm wrong, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna argue with y'all so that y'all could run them views up, just so that y'all could curse me out and tell me I'm wrong. But you're gonna have to send me a Cash App for me to tussle with you. Okay? If he wrong, we could have a whole, if I'm wrong, we could have a whole tussle fest. But I ain't about to tussle with you for free. You're going to have to hit that Cash App. And we could argue back and forth about proving me wrong. Okay? Period. And I'm going to get off the live. And I'm going to pour me some more water. Child, what kind of water y'all drink? I really don't care. Since I've been being a little healthier, I really don't care. Water is water. Child. And I'm going to pour me some water. And I'm going to sip it. Then when I sip my water, I'm going to turn on Netflix. And then I'm going to look and find something to watch on TV. After I check my Cash App from all the people that wanted to curse me out and tell me I'm wrong. And I'm going to find me some grapes or some cherries or eat me some watermelon and kick back and watch whatever show I want to watch on TV and relax and go to sleep and wake up and find something else to talk about the next day. I mean, you know. Okay, well, let's argue. Let me check my Cash App. Let me see. Bills need to be paid, and Mama has not been working, baby. So, hold on. Let me go to my Cash App. See who want to tussle. Let me hear refresh. Let me see. Somebody send me a Cash App to tussle. Hold on. It got to be worth it, though. Child. I ain't tussling with you for $1. I'm going to tell you that right now. You want to tussle, you better make it worth my while. Let me refresh it. I'll open up the lines right now. We could go toe to toe. Child, Mama got to get these coins. Child, I'm behind. I ain't been working. Make it worth it for me, baby. Baby, if it don't make $1, it don't make sense, baby, because I sat through this trial already. I said what I said. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Oh, thank you. Niche says, YouTube, all love, no fighting. Is this the one? Hold on. Is Niche the one who said that they was gonna send something to Tussle? Hold on, let me see. Nope, that ain't the one who said they wanted to tussle. Which one said they wanted to tussle? I'm waiting for your Cash App. Thank you, Niche. Thank you, girl. I think that's a girl. They said all love, no fighting. You want me to open the phone lines up? Let me see. Put a little razzle dazzle on it. I don't use Cash App, but I could send it to you on here, though. Okay, send it, baby. Send it, Bookie. Oh, that was you. Okay. All right, let me open it up. She sent me $20. That, you know, that's something. But she said it's just all love. She ain't trying to tussle. If it's a tussle, it got to be more money put on the floor than that. But I hear you out. Now, let me start this virtual camera. I ain't about to go back and forth now for $20. But I hear you at. For sure. This stuff is always tripping. Hold on, let me get it right. Let me refresh. Hold on. Hold on. In the meantime, while I try to pull this up, let's see. Let me show one of my videos from court. I talked to one of Tory's reps. Let me pull that up while I figure this StreamYard out. Hold on. Let me pull it up, though. Oh, there we go. Oop. What's up? It's your girl, Neek from Neek at Night, and I am reporting live with Caesar, who is with an organization called Unite the People, and he gave a very powerful speech today for the Tory Lanez impact statement, and I just want him to speak to you guys about his foundation. Yeah, sorry, his foundation. Ooh, not me wearing the same shirt today. Tory Lanez has played for his foundation and some of the things that he was able to speak to as the court.
Sure. Well, what we talked about today
was... Just speak a little louder.
Okay, Tory Lanez is on our advisory board. He's been on our advisory board for about the last 5 years. And so we do a lot of work in the community with the disadvantaged youth. We do a lot of work with the homeless veterans. We even do toy drives for homeless kids, as well as we provide affordable legal services for the disadvantaged community, right, throughout the entire state of California. So our nonprofit has a staff of lawyers, paralegals, law students, formerly incarcerated people like me and our chief of staff here, Treviel Pope. And what we do is we provide legal services for people who are
Thank you, Hot Commodity.
$20,000, $30,000 for a lawyer. They'll come to us. We
Thank
do
you,
charge
Quincy.
a fee, but it's a very low fee. Just to basically give them the help that they need.
Okay, so how did you come into contact with Tory, and how did he come involved with your organization?
Well, a few years ago, we were helping out one of Tory's people.
If you could speak up just a little.
Okay, yeah. A few years ago, we were helping out one of Tory's people who seen a lot of the work that we do. Is a really good guy, a friend or family member of his, and seen a lot of the work that we do. So then we went and he connected us with Tory, and it went from there. And he just, as soon as he saw what we did, he started getting involved. Tory's a good guy, and honestly, he does a lot of giving back that people don't know about. So as soon as he saw what we were doing, I mean, our staff, we have pictures and videos of, you know, Tory in the office stuffing bags for the homeless veterans or for the toy drive for the kids. So that's how he got involved, and it's been ever since.
Okay, so can you speak to us about this event that you had put on to where he came, and it was even before an event was to happen, an event came out of it later, but he wanted to do a good act where he wanted to pay the fees for 50 families. Could you speak to us about how that came about and how impactful that was for those families as well?
Sure. Well, what we were doing, we were actually doing the matter of fact, the homeless drive for the veterans. We were doing the packing, all of the items that
somebody in the comments gonna quote me saying, not you saying this me wearing the same shirt. It is. I'm not one of them people that's gonna front like I wear one thing one time. I buy a shirt, I like the shirt, I'm gonna wear it again. And today was actually my 1 month post-op visit for my surgery. And when I got dressed today, I literally put this on this morning. Like, I didn't even know that there was news about Tory or anything. I just got dressed so that I can go to my doctor's appointment because I had surgery a month ago. And I was, you know, going to see my doctor to check and see, you know, how my recovery is going, blah, 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 blah. If y'all don't know, I'm going to do a full dedicated video about my fibroid surgery and about my journey on another video. But, So let's get into it. Somebody said if you spiritual, look into this. I mean, yeah, that's all cool and all. That could be true, something to look into. But yeah, somebody gonna quote it like that was tea. And did and gonna wear it again and again. So what's tea, sweetie? Child. I don't buy clothes to wear them once. What's tea, sweetie? When I buy it, I buy what I like so I can wear it. And I got a washing machine in my house. Hold on. What in the freaking figgity frack? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna open the lines, but it's giving me a problem right now. Hold on 1 second. Finally, like, god damn, what the hell was all that about? Playing with me. What? Not me talking mess too soon and then clicked off. Hold on, we about to get up. Okay. Finally. Good Lord. Okay, we in business. All right. StreamYard link in the chat. Hold on, wait. Is it in the chat? Okay, StreamYard link in the chat. Click it. It is for a niche to click. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. Boom. All right, now everything is fixed. Oop. Not the straw leaving out. We're in business now. Okay. I got 30 minutes. Actually, I got 20 minutes. Hold on, let me see if anybody's saying anything else. Let me see if anybody's saying anything. But all right, so Niche, the link is for you. Amari, I don't see no Amari on. I don't see no Barrio here. But hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi. Good evening. I popped up here before when you was talking about the teacher and the little girls doing hair in the classroom.
Oh, okay.
First off, I'm glad you're healing and glad to see you back.
Thank you.
But and I'm not gonna keep it long. I enjoy these conversations when you open up the phone lines. Number one, you was like physically in the courtroom, and the Lulus are still going back and forth with you. Like you provided coverage, so it wasn't that you were there and you took all this information in. You're actually like reporting on the scene, and they're still going back and forth with you in the chat as well. Number two, he was mad cocky.
That's because there were other people in the court that were reporting opposite. So you had people who were reporting based on, okay, this is what I saw, this is the facts I obtained, and then there was other people who got the same set of facts and kind of like, I wouldn't say they lied about the facts, but they kind of represented them to come off in a different type of way that was in Tory's favor. So you have that as well. But go ahead.
Yeah, if you're gonna cover stuff like that, you were being impartial. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like him as an artist or a person, you were just presenting facts. That's all. I was just gonna say, but he was cocky. He should have pled out, in my opinion. But he was so sure that he was going to get off. You know, remember he had club quarantine rocking. He had plenty of time to, either cop to it, like I said, take a plea. But he stood 10 toes down on it, and would it get him in jail for God only knows how long? There's support in text messages. I'm sorry, he's on the phone call, like you said. Why would he be talking to the shooter? Can I say that? Talk about y'all out, y'all okay? The messages. I'm sorry, it shouldn't have happened. Why would he be saying it should not have happened? What shouldn't have happened, Tory?
To them, what shouldn't have happened was him sleeping with two friends. That him revealing that he slept with both of them is what he's so apologetic about.
Oh, he's also so apologetic that he's willing to sit on a hard bench for several years because he's so sorry. Cut it out. Like that would have been the first thing. And then he didn't even take the opportunity, gave him the opportunity to take the stand. He purposely chose not to, because that would have been the first thing to do. Everybody wanted to hear your side of it. I would have been like, I ain't do it. She did it. He did it. Whoever did it, he opted not to take the stand. And then for all the people that are saying, oh, it just hit her foot. In my opinion, I'm not. You have to jog my memory what the actual charge was. He should have been hit with attempt murder. Thank God it only struck her foot. You know what I mean? And everything that's supported by facts and science. Somebody trying to dispute it. Oh, she didn't get shot in her foot. There's literally video of her walking with her foot bleeding. Oh, that wasn't a bullet. To the doctor, there's fragments in her foot. Like, it's absurd the level of stanism for this little troll. And somebody in the chat said he's a volatile troll, and he's where he should be. That's all I have to say about that. If I really thought he was innocent, whether I liked Meg or not, this one was so disrespected, made fun of, and they're saying that she changed her story. They had something going on, even if they were just buddies in air quotes that you can't see. Nobody would want a black man to go to jail. Initially, that's why she lied. But then he was taunting her. He was just being a douchebag over the internet. And then that's at the point when she started popping off with, and when it all come out, y'all gonna see. So no, she didn't want him to go to jail over this initially, but she was like, let the cards fall. And they fell. Not in her favor because she wasn't the one on trial, but he's where he asked to be, because he didn't even attempt to plead out. That would be him saying, I did it. He was so confident he was going. And then it was a rumor that he had paid Kelsey. I don't remember how true that was or not, but it was a rumor that he had slid Kelsey some money.
In court, but they did bring it up in court several times that she was allegedly bribed.
Right. So that's why he thought he had her in the pocket. He like, Dad, there's three of us. So if besides the security and the driver, of course, he was like, look, I done gave this one money to say I didn't do it. Now these two are fighting anyway. So he like, I got her in the pocket. If she'd have said he did it too, he would have automatically. So he was so convinced because he had Kelsey in pocket. That's what made him take it to trial. Any fool knows, and here kind of hood booger, that you don't leave your fate to these are not your peers. They say it's your jury of peers, but any fool would have pled out and he might have got, 3, 4, I don't know. And then, deported back to Canada where, he should be in the first place. But he was so cocky, and that's where he is. He did it, and y'all weirdos could let it go or not. Y'all could put some money on his books. Y'all could wait for him to get out. The wife done left him. Everything. He's over. He's not going to win on an appeal. He's wasting his time, money, and energy, and it's unfortunate because he is talented. I can separate the crime from the artist. He's so talented, but oh well. One split decision. Now you in jail for however many years, looking stupid. I don't feel bad for him. Now his hairline going to slide off. All right, that's all I had to say, Neek. Thank you. You look good, and have a good night.
All right, you too. Niche, where you at? I don't got a whole lot of time. I don't see you, Niche. Hello?
Oh, shit.
They can't see you. She clicked off with the quickness. Her camera turned on and she said, oh, hell no, I'm out of here. The people who call in cannot be seen. They can't see you. You could call back with your camera on. They can't see you. I'm not showing the callers. She seen her camera pop on and she said, oh no, baby, exit stage left. She got out of there with the quickness. Niche, where you at? Come on, baby. That was so funny because I looked and then her hair wasn't done. So it just was real funny because she looked at the camera. She was like, oh. Click. She exited that so quick. Ooh, that was funny. But I'm trying to give Niche some time since she did send me a Cash App so that you could give your point of view, but you haven't clicked on. And I gotta leave pretty soon. So I want to give you time to come up, but I got an errand to run and I gotta be out pretty soon. So Niche, come on, where you at, girl? But yeah, so that's that on that. Trying to get Niche some time to come up, but I do gotta dip. Has she? I don't even know if that's a girl. I think it's a girl. Has she commented back yet? Hold on. Where you at? Anybody else wanted to say something real quick? I'm about to be out. I literally got like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I gotta be out. But nobody else is backstage. Was there anybody else that wanted to say something? Free Tory or anything? Anybody who feels like, he's innocent and y'all want to state y'all claim? I got 10 minutes for y'all to do it. 10 minutes, and I gotta go. This part is when I be feeling like I'm talking to myself. All right, you said finish the call with Kelsey?
Okay.
Passenger on my right side was kind of like this is the door, and
Are you still partially in the car at this point?
No, I'm out of the vehicle.
Okay.
I'm out of the vehicle. I'm just not around my door yet.
Yeah.
Do you know where's Megan?
So I was about to speak on Megan. So she was walking away when this happened, but by the third, fourth shot, and by the time I look up, she's facing towards us, and I've described it like a deer in headlights. Mm-hmm. I'm short. I'm 4'11". The vehicle is kind of a little raised up, higher than me, so I can't really see. I can only see from her chest up. That's all I can see. But the way Tory was angling the gun is kind of like, it wasn't like straight. It was like, down.
Mm-hmm. It was down in her direction?
Definitely in her direction. In the air, definitely in her direction. So at that point, we kind of were in shock,
Did you hear him say anything as he was shooting?
He did not say anything.
Okay.
There was no words at that point, you know.
What was Quan doing? Could you tell?
I think everybody was in shock.
Okay, so he wasn't part of it.
Right here at this point right here, he wasn't part of this. What I'm about to get into next. I can't tell you guys where Tory pulled the gun from. Like I said, the motion when he first threatened me was middle console, but I don't know if that's where the gun was.
But you had said he referenced like shooting y'all earlier while you're in the car, right?
He threatened to shoot me.
As if he had a gun in his control somewhere.
Correct.
Okay.
And so after the shots rang, it was like I said, 5 shots. We kind of froze, and by the time I get back into I snapped. Megan had either crawled or walked or limped over to. She's in a driveway. She's in a driveway on the side of the driver's side. She's in a driveway. Tory sits down.
In the front passenger seat?
In the front passenger seat.
Okay.
He's sitting. I guess just kind of shocked also. So I run over to her. I immediately ran to her. You know, she's the forefront of my thoughts. My job as a friend in general is just naturally is to protect my friend, protect. So now I'm in defense mode on the behalf of Megan. I ran to her. She's on the floor. I never looked at her feet. I never really just got to look at her. I just know when I ran to her and she grabbed me, she had blood. So in my head, she had got shot because shots just went off and she's bleeding. That's what I think. So I see Tory coming around the vehicle. It's dark, lights are flat, hitting him. It's almost like a scary scene. So again, I'm in defense mode. I see him coming around the vehicle, and in my head, I'm thinking he's about to come over here and attack us.
Do you see whether or not when he's coming around the vehicle if he still has the gun?
I don't believe he had the gun.
Okay.
So like I said, I just thought he was coming over to attack us. So I stepped in between where he was coming to where Megan was. And at that point, that's when the assault between me and him happened. He assaulted me. And Quan then he just comes and he picks me up like a little doll. And he's like, Kelsey, they do this all the time. And I said, huh? She's bleeding. She's been shot. I don't know if y'all know she's shot. By that time, he's already to where Megan's at. So, I don't know what goes on in that driveway.
Who comes towards Megan? Is that Quan or Tory?
So initially, Tory comes, and that's where I stepped in, and we had an altercation. He physically assaulted me, and then Quan came and separated him from me.
What exactly did he do when he was assaulting you?
I mean, everything. My adrenaline was so high. I don't know if he was hitting me with a closed fist or slapping me. It was a physical altercation.
Were you wearing a necklace that night?
I was, and I'm gonna go to that part too. Now Tory's in the driveway with Megan. Quan is holding me. Like I said, he's big. He just picked me up and said, "They do this all the time, Kelsey." And I said, "Huh? No, she's bleeding. She's been shot, to my knowledge." And so I'm still in defense mode. I'm still in.
Yeah, Kelsey said that he hit her.
I gotta protect her. Yeah. So I look up and I see the vehicle is in the middle of the road and it's on. The door is open. So my initial reaction is to cause a distraction, and I jumped into the vehicle and I threw it in jerk, and it worked.
What does that mean?
I just jerked it, made it move, made it move just to get him away from Megan. Because in my head I'm thinking he's over here gonna just attack.
So you got in the driver's seat of the car and moved it.
And I jerked. I made it jerk.
Okay.
I didn't even move it. I didn't even drive or anything. I just made it jerk.
Okay.
And so when I did that, it did exactly what I needed it to do, get Tory away from Megan. And so I don't know how he got to the vehicle. I don't know if he ran or walked, but he got to me really quick. And that's when he started pulling me by my hair. He was pulling me by my hair really hard. And again, I wasn't afraid for my life when the incident was going on with Megan. I was in defense mode. But then I became afraid for my life when he started pulling my hair and my neck, because it was really, really hard. That's when the necklace.
When you said he pulled on your neck, what do you mean?
He was almost I didn't lose my breath, so I wouldn't say choking, but he was pulling my neck and my hair. And then so here comes Quan again. Quan he's in between us, but Tory has a good grip. He's not letting go. So it's kind of like tug of war at this point with my head and body, and I'm scared. And I kind of dumb myself down just to get him to let me go. And I said, Tory, what are we doing? What are we doing? And when I said that, he released. He let go. And
all right, so these are also exhibits. When she says that he was pulling her hair and pulling her hair out, she was showing that she had bald spots in her head and that her finger was broke. And then she also was showing that she had bruises on her leg. I'm not sure how good the bruises are coming up, but she has sent these messages to one of her friends or whatever, and this was her basically showing that he had assaulted her. She had these bruises up her leg. She had her hair was missing, and she had her nail and everything was missing, and this was the evidence that was also presented in court to corroborate her saying that he assaulted her.
So now Megan is standing. We're all standing at the front driver door.
Did you see how Megan got to the front driver door?
I can't tell. No, she just like hopped, walk. I can't tell you, but she was there. She was standing at the front driver door, and Quan, they're just like, get in the car. We didn't like have a pushback about getting in the car because we're in the middle of nowhere. At this point, we don't know what to do. We honestly didn't even think about calling 911 at this moment or anything. It was all a blur.
Now, did you have on long nails that night?
I did. My nails were broken off
with
the altercation with Tory.
Okay.
Correct. So now we get in the vehicle. Quan gets back in the driver's side. Tory gets in the now replaces Megan's seat. So he's in the front passenger. Megan gets in where I was sitting, which is now behind Tory, and now I'm behind Quan.
How is Megan looking at this point? Is she crying? Is she upset? Is she scared? Anything? Can you tell?
Megan was I was screaming. I was tripping. I was having a panic attacks. Megan honestly was very calm. And that's what made me think that they had a conversation in the driveway where I don't know. Okay. That's my assumption, but she wasn't in distraught. I was in distraught more than her, sorry, that just upsets me.
It's okay.
No, it's okay.
I can get tissue, or if you need a break, just let me know, okay? Let me see if I can get
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and as you can hear, she's crying. All right, so this was an hour and a half call. An hour and a half interview. I definitely played this interview on my channel already. If y'all have not heard it, definitely go to my channel. Y'all got to try to find it. Type in Kelsey's police interview or whatever. It's there. So that plus the jail call, plus his text messages, plus her within minutes of the shooting saying Tory shot Meg, plus him also writing on the shade room that Kelsey was not the shooter, on top of the message that he sent to Meg Thee Stallion, on top of the testimony of the experts and all of that happened. With that all put together, you have what you have. And then you also have this new statement from Quan that he still claimed to not hear or not see who the shooter was, when you hear that there was 5 shots that rang out. And if he was that close to breaking Meg and Tory or whatever the struggle was up, There's no way that 5 shots went off and he did not see who the shooter was. It's not possible. But again, people are committed to what they are committed to. Thank you, Nish, for the donation. She said that she was just supporting the channel. So I appreciate you. And I'll talk to you guys.